Hi guys, it's Nick here, and I'm going to do a video about Owen Hart, one of my favourite wrestlers of all time. You know, during the Over the Edge night when he had that nasty accident. Yeah, Owen Hart, as I say, one of my favourite wrestlers, came from a legendary wrestling family, the Harts, brother of Bret Hart, brother-in-law of the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith, and son of the great Stu Hart. Yeah, how this all came about really was Owen had declined to take part in a storyline involving him, Jeff Jarrett and Deborah. There's going to be like a love triangle thing, and Owen turned it down, you know, because he was a happily married man. You know, he had kids and a nice wife, and he didn't want the idea of, you know, being involved in a love triangle, you know, that people are going to see night in and night out. And I mean, you know, just didn't want that to happen, and therefore, as a punishment, they put him back under the blue blazer mask again. And yeah, that led to, you know, that sad night in the St. Louis when at the Over the Edge pay-per-view, when he was supposed to descend from the rafters in superhero-like fashion and unclasp himself from the harness and fall flat on his face for comedic effect. What happened instead though was he went up to the catwalk, made his descent in the air, and I think it's about a minute after he descended, the quick release triggered early and plunged to his death. And of course, the late Owen Hart later, you know, died in hospital. Terrible tragedy that was, wrestling world, losing the great Owen Hart, one of the greatest wrestlers never to hold a world title as well. Have a mild suspicion this was one, Vince had something up his sleeve there to warrant Owen falling to his death, because when he had a trial run on Sunday Night Heat, it must have been a different quick release harness that he had, because he did it successfully. And then when he went up to do the actual stunt, apparently it was another quick release harness he had on, and that's obviously why he ended up falling to his demise, unfortunately. I think he should go in the Hall of Fame, but I doubt that will ever happen, because Owen's wife Martha sued Vince McMahon for a wrongful death, basically. Yeah, it would be, as I say, nice to have him in the Hall of Fame, but, you know, the bad blood Vince has with Owen's wife Martha, that won't become, unfortunately. As I say, Owen, you know, was one of the greatest wrestlers not to be a world champion, and had he have not passed away, I definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, think he'd have won the big one, because he was a talented athlete. As I say, part of the Hart family. You know, the Harts are one of the best wrestling families in the world. I think it's some conspiracy anyway. It's as though Vince had this all in plans, you know, after Owen had turned down the Deborah storyline, that he was going to get Owen one way or another, and you know, had this unfortunate accident all squared up for him. Guys, what do you think? Do you think Vince McMahon had something to do with Owen Hart's death? Please let me know, guys, okay? It'd be interesting to hear your comments, okay? And please subscribe to my channel, guys, okay? Bye.